Hey guys, Dieter Kurtenbach here in Oakland. Let's talk about what the Golden State Warriors just did in Denver, Colorado. A 142-111 evisceration of the one-time number one seed in the Western Conference, Denver Nuggets. I got three things off of this game, though we could probably talk about it for hours. Number one, statement game. And this is the kind of statement game that we haven't honestly seen from the Warriors, at least in a while. And it certainly didn't look anything like this. The Warriors this season, lackadaisical, apathetic, generally not trying all that hard. I don't know what got into him. Maybe it's the possible entrance of Boogie Cousins into the lineup on Friday in Los Angeles. Maybe it's this long road trip that they're about to go on after Wednesday's game at home against the Pelicans. Maybe it's just time that they turned on the Jets, but holy cow have they turned on the Jets. They got their confidence back last week against the Bulls and the Knicks, and they carried that into Tuesday's game. What a massacre it was. How did it get going? This is the second thing, a perfect first quarter. And when I mean perfect, I honestly mean perfect. 51 points in the first quarter for the Golden State Warriors. That is an NBA record for points in the first quarter. Making everything, ball was moving wonderfully, only 2 turnovers. They were clicking. And it's the kind of offensive performance that the Warriors have always had in them, but frankly hadn't busted out. You just can't play basketball better than the Warriors played in the first quarter. The game was entirely over, and I was actually impressed with how the Warriors fought back. 20-point lead, a 13-point lead after one. We know that what a 13-point lead is to these Golden State Warriors. Everything that we've said about the Warriors in the past, which is no lead is too big on the Warriors, that's kind of the same thing we're saying about the Golden State Warriors now. They never have a lead that's big enough because when they take their foot off the pedal, it's very hard for them to find it again. They gave the Nuggets a little bit of room in the second quarter. I thought Denver finished the second quarter pretty damn well, but the Warriors came back in the third, expanded the lead from 19 to 30. It was over, said, done. A great counterpunch off of that initial haymaker from the Warriors, and that's the kind of thing we haven't seen from them. We remember what the Warriors did to the Bucks a few weeks back after Milwaukee went into Oracle Arena and whooped them. They came out with something to prove and played a full 48-minute game. Not that they needed a full 48 minutes, but they played a full 48 minutes in that contest. This is the kind of performance that the Warriors put together time and time again in prior years, particularly in the 73 win year, particularly in the first championship year. We hadn't seen it in a while. It's just incredible to watch when it is on display. The Warriors making a statement again behind that perfect first quarter that they are still the team supreme in the NBA. Third thing, and I feel like I'm harping on this a lot, but I really do want to pound this point home if you watch these videos. Draymond Green is playing out of his mind on defense. Just as awesome as the Warriors offense was on Tuesday night, they have been pretty damn good all season. They don't look as good as maybe they could. They're not working as hard as maybe they should, but they have been fantastic. They're still the NBA's best offensive team, and that's only going to go up after a performance like Tuesday's and certainly after last week's beatdowns of the Knicks and the Bulls. But the defense is starting to click in, and that is huge. Draymond Green said to NBCSN after the game that he looks at 2 things in the box score. He looks at turnovers and he looks at personal fouls. And the Warriors have done a great job on the turnover side. That's why the offense is really booming. But they've also done a great job in not fouling lately. That is something that they had problems with early in the season. They are getting their feet together. And I got to say, I think Draymond Green has worked himself back into shape. He didn't look with us entirely after that injury kept him out for a couple of weeks. He is clicking. He is out to make a statement. That is the Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA, even though he hasn't put together a full year. I imagine the rest of the year is going to be a coronation for Draymond Green when it comes to that, and he's pulling the Warriors with him. Him, Andre Iguodala, Kevon Looney, and Klay Thompson are operating on a string right now, and it's really difficult to score on the Warriors. The Denver Nuggets did a pretty damn good job of it on Tuesday night. Now, mind you, when you have a massive lead after the first quarter, you don't try as hard. But when the Warriors turn it on defense, which they're starting to do more and more now, they are unbeatable. Unbeatable. Saw it on Tuesday. Let's see how much more often we see it in the coming days and weeks, because frankly, if I know these Warriors, they're about to shut it down for a while. They showed everybody that they are still the best team in the NBA, even if they don't think that they wanted to make a statement or anything like, that's above them or beneath them or whatever you want to call it. They did it on Tuesday night. They might shut it down. They might want to carry this momentum going forward. They have a game on Wednesday night at Oracle Arena against the New Orleans Pelicans. You want to talk about scoring. New Orleans and the Warriors getting together, there are going to be points on the board. And then DeMarcus Cousins because that's exactly what this team needs right now. How about we add another all-star 2010 guy, one of the greatest players of all time, add him to the mix. He shows up in Los Angeles on Friday. Fascinating week for the Warriors. Can't wait to tell you all about it. Talk to you tomorrow.